Hi there everyone, a happy new year, welcome back to my channel. This is my first video of 2021, so I'm hoping for really good things this year compared to last year. So this week we're going to be continuing with our chakra series with our third chakra, our solar plexus chakra. So this one is located at the solar plexus, as you might have guessed, which is in the middle of the tummy, around the core area. This is the chakra which holds our self-esteem, our confidence, our place in the world. If this chakra is out of balance, you might have low self-esteem, you might be feeling a little lost in the world, like you can't find your place. So it's a really important chakra to keep balanced. And this yoga sequence that I'm going to teach you today will be a really good sequence to help rebalance that chakra, activate it. So let's get started with today's practice. I'm going to start us off with a solar plexus chakra meditation. So if you want to find yourself a nice seated position, this can be cross-legged or you can sit in staff pose with the legs spread out in front. I like to sit on a yoga block or a cushion during meditation, but if you feel fine just having those sit bones on the mat, then you can of course do that. And then close your eyes here. And we'll just bring that attention in towards the breath to begin with. Just start to feel the breath begin to deepen. And we're getting ourselves in that space for our yoga practice. Practicing a bit of mindfulness here, keeping yourself present and feeling your breath rise and fall. I want you to bring your awareness to your solar plexus, so around your core area in the middle of the tummy. And I want you to picture this big yellow wheel of energy, your solar plexus chakra. And just imagining this wheel spinning, feeling that chakra opening up. And just keeping that attention on that area, on that big yellow spinning wheel of energy. And you might notice some feelings of discomfort come up here. And this might be because this chakra is out of balance. You might feel a strong sense of confidence here, a strong sense of self-esteem. And this will be because your chakra is in balance. If you don't feel anything at all here, it might mean that your solar plexus chakra is blocked. But don't worry if that's the case. This yoga practice is designed to activate it and release any blockages that might be within your solar plexus chakra. So take a few more breaths here in this meditation. And I want you to say a little mantra to yourself in your head a few times. And this mantra will also help unblock and release that solar plexus chakra. So our mantra for this chakra is: I love, trust, and accept myself. I love, trust, and accept myself. So saying this to yourself a few times in your head and keeping the focus on that yellow. Even just picturing the colour yellow in your head can help, as that is the colour associated with this chakra. Lovely, we'll come to open up the eyes. And we're starting off today's practice lying down on our mats, lying down position. So as we're lying down, just take a nice big full body stretch. So on your inhale, reach your arms up and over, clasp your hands together and take a big stretch up and back. Stretching through the sides of the shoulders. Point your toes forward to stretch through the fronts of the feet. And then point your toes in, point your heels away, stretching through the backs of the calves. Waking the body up here. Exhale, let go and release. And we'll get started with some leg lifts here. So this is really good for our solar plexus chakra, as it is a core engaging set of moves. So that is mostly what we're going to be focusing on today, is core engagement, as this really helps bring the awareness to the solar plexus chakra and to open it up. So we'll start with some single leg lifts at first, just to get our body moving. So on your inhale, I want you to just lift your right leg up towards the ceiling. So it doesn't matter how high your leg is here, just bring it up as far as you can without hurting yourself. If you want to point your heel up towards the ceiling just a little bit to get a deeper stretch along the back of that leg, feel free to do so. And bring your awareness to your core here, and on an exhale, we're just going to very, very slowly ease that right leg down. So if you put your hand on your core heel, you'll probably feel it engaged, and your leg muscles are engaged too, as we very, very slowly bring this leg down. Releasing once you get to the bottom. Take a few breaths there. Inhale, lifting the leg up. Again, bringing it up towards the ceiling. It's up to you whether you have the toes pointed, the heel pointed. Find what works for you here. Everybody's different. And I'll give you the option here to take a little core engaging move that also stretches your hamstring. So I'll give you the option to inhale, grab behind the leg, lift the upper body up and hold the leg. So this will give you an extra hamstring stretch as well as engaging your core. So taking a few breaths and feeling a deep stretch along your hamstring. The higher your hands are on the leg, the deeper the stretch will be, so feel free to move the hands up or down depending on how the leg feels for you today. Exhale, release. Release your hands back down, and again, nice and slowly, right leg is lowering to the mat. Again, you'll feel your core engaged and your right leg muscles engaged here. So we're opening up that solar plexus chakra. And now we'll start on the left side, some single leg lifts here. Inhale, lift the left leg up. So notice how this feels in comparison to your right. Is it different? Is it the same? One leg might be feeling a little more stiff than the other. You might find that you're not able to lift this leg as high as the other, or vice versa. Don't worry. Just bring yourself up to where you can without forcing anything in the body. Exhale, slowly lower. Left leg coming down, our core is engaged. And we're dropping towards the mat. Exhale as we get to the bottom, not losing focus on that yellow spinning wheel of energy. Inhale once again, left leg up. And again, this time you can grab behind the legs, lift the chin, hold. Gazing up towards the foot. And just feeling that core engagement, that extra hamstring stretch here as we move our body. Exhale, lower, hands back down, and again, nice and slowly bringing the left leg back down to the mat, engaging the core on the way down. And release, both legs back to the mat. And this time we're just going to do 2 double leg lifts to come up and down. So you might feel some pain in the lower back as you do these. If this is the case, please bend your knees to come up and down rather than lifting them up while they're straight. So to come into this first double leg lift, take a full exhale where you inhale, both legs lifting up, engage that core. And again, don't worry about how high the legs are here, just lift them up to a point that's comfortable. Doesn't matter if there's a slight bend in the knees, you can point your heels up for a little bit of an extra stretch if you want to. And then again, we're going to come down very slowly. So this will really, really, really engage your core. You will start to feel this. So slowly lowering down with those legs. You might start to feel the body shake, and that is totally normal. Do not worry. Exhale, release down. So you will feel that as soon as you release, that it has been very engaged. So it's a really great one for activating that solar plexus chakra. And one more time. Inhale, engage, lift. Remember to bend your knees if you've got low back pain here. Lift up once more. I'll give you the option to grab behind the legs again. This time it'll be a bit more of a balance on that spine. So see how that feels. If it's uncomfortable or you find yourself wiggling around, just come out and lie with the legs up in the air. Exhale, release. Hands down on the mat. Exhale, and again, one more time. Slowly lowering those legs. Bend your knees as soon as you start to feel back pain. Otherwise, just keep going with the legs straight. Feel that shake, feel that engagement in your core. Solar plexus chakra activating here. Exhale, let go. And then we're hugging the knees into the chest, and give yourself a big hug here. And maybe rock from side to side. Making small circles with your knees if you want to massage the lower back a little bit against the mat. And then have a little rock up to a seat. And from here we'll shift round and find a hands and knees position. So lining yourself up, shoulders above your wrists, hips above your knees here. And just take a few quick cat-cow movements. So on your exhale, lower your head, lift your shoulders and find a curve in the back. Finding a cat pose here. Inhale, drop your tummy, arch your back, find a cow pose, gaze forwards. Exhale, drop your head, lift your shoulders, find a cat pose. And inhale, drop the tummy, arch the back, gaze forward, not losing focus on that solar plexus chakra. Exhale one more time, cat pose, lift those shoulders, drop your head. And inhale, drop your tummy, arch your back, finding that cow pose. Exhale, release, come back to your normal hands and knees position. And from here we'll take a little core engaging balance in sequence. So on your next inhale, I just want you to bring the right leg back behind you. And hold that for a moment, see how that feels. You might just want to stay here and take these next movements with the leg only. But if you're comfortable enough, see if you can bring the left hand forward. And just find that balance there. So half balance and table we're in here. And then from here we're going to exhale and bring the elbow and the knee in towards each other. Drop your head. Finding a cat-cow movement in the spine as we take these moves. So again, we're activating the solar plexus chakra by bringing that attention into the core. Inhale, stretching out, half balance in table. Take a few breaths. Exhale, elbow to knee, drop your head, hold there. Inhale, stretching out, holding and breathing one more time. And exhale, elbow to knee, drop your head. Hold that for a moment. And then and release back to tabletop. Give the shoulders a couple of movements here if you need to. Maybe circle them around the wrists a little bit, back and forwards. And then we'll get ready for the other side. So finding your tabletop once again. And left leg comes back this time, straight back behind you. Hold there. And again, you can stay here and just do the movements with your leg, or reach the right arm forward. Find that half balance in table pose. Don't worry if there is a bit of shaking in the body here. Exhale, bring the elbow and the knee in towards each other. Hold there. These are also great moves for strengthening the arms and legs as well as the core. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, elbow to knee, drop the head. Hold that for just a moment. Inhale, reach. Once more. And exhale, elbow to knee. Last time. Hold there. Focus in on that core. Exhale, release. Send the hips back to the heels. Take a quick child's pose there. Lower down to your mat, head on the mat. And just ease off into your breath a little bit. Remembering that mantra, I love, trust, and accept myself. Inhale, lift up, and find your tabletop once again, and we'll prepare to find downward facing dog. So spread your fingertips wide here, press those hands into the mat, tuck your toes and lift up and back. Finding that downward facing dog pose. So hands on the mat, fingertips spread, and heels are heading towards the mat, but don't worry if they don't get there. Just as long as they're going in that direction. Bend your knees one at a time. If you want to take movement here to work your way into the posture, walking the dog as we call it. Or you can even just move up and down on the tiptoes. Exhale, you can start to walk your hands forward here. Inhale, start to uncurl the spinal vertebra one at a time as we rise up and find Tadasana. So finding a strong Tadasana pose here, standing in mountain, gazing forward. And then exhale, bring your hands together at your heart. We'll get ready for some sun salutations. So we'll inhale, lift up, take a gentle back bend, open your heart. Exhale, send the hips back as we flow down, find a standing forward bend, release your head. And right leg stepping back, dropping the knee, gazing forward to find a runner's lunge. Inhale, step back, find and plank. Pose shoulders in line with your wrists here, nice and strong. Exhale, knees, chest and shin. Inhale, press up. Find cobra or drop the forearms for sphinx if there's any low back trouble. Exhale, bend your knees, tuck your toes. Press up and back in your downward facing dog. And take some movement here if you want to, find some variation, or just hold still. Not losing focus on our solar plexus chakra here. And just notice if you feel anything come up here. It might be signs of your solar plexus chakra releasing and clearing and opening back up. Right leg moving through, drop the knees, step it forward, re-find that that runner's lunge. Exhale, left side in. Find a standing forward fold once again. Inhale, lift up. Gentle back bend, look up. Exhale, hands at the heart. Lovely, one more round. Finding that hands together at the heart. And inhale, lift up, gentle back bend. Exhale, send the hips back and flow forward and down. Finding a standing forward bend here. Left leg, stepping back. Drop your knee, runner's lunge. And inhale, step back. Find a plank. Plank is another great posture for the solar plexus as we are engaged in our core. Exhale, knees, chest and chin. Inhale, press up and find a cobra or a sphinx. Feel that back bend. And exhale, bend the knees, tuck the toes, find downward facing dog. Breathe in there. Taking any movements you want to take, and again noticing what is happening as we unblock this solar plexus chakra, if anything at all. I love, trust and accept myself. Left leg through, drop the knees and step forward. Find that runner's lunge. Exhale, right side, standing forward bend. Inhale, lift up, slight back bend, look up. Exhale, hands together at the heart. Lovely, we'll come down and find some rest in child's pose here. So lower back, sit back on the heels. Lower yourself down over your legs. Alternatively, you can take the knees wide, reach the arms forward, and lower the head down. So whatever variation of child's pose that you're in, just find your breath again here. Finding that sense of ease in the mind, the body. And trusting that your solar plexus chakra is opening up with all of these movements. Yoga helps us connect to our chakras every single day, every single time we come onto our mat. Inhale to lift, gently walking hands back up, and then moving back onto our hands and knees. Lining the shoulders up with the wrists, the hips above the knees. And from here we're going to have a go at some plank variations. So again, another good one for engage in that core. So we did some plank earlier, some high plank with the arms straight. This time I'm going to have us have a go at forearm plank, which is a much stronger version of the pose for our cores. So if you could lower your forearms down and clasp your hands together here. And on the inhale, step both feet back and rise up. Find that forearm plank. Hold here for a moment as we feel that core engaged, and just really picture, visualize that solar plexus chakra here, releasing anything that might be blocking it. A few more breaths here. Exhale, lower down. Moving back to the hands and knees. And taking a few gentle breaths here to ease off that build up of heat in the core. Exhale, come back to child's pose. Lower yourself down just for a few quick breaths. And then inhale, lift. And this time we're coming over to sit in staff pose. And just take one more posture here before we come to take some finishing stretches. So find in staff, legs are stretched out, toes pointed up. And we want a lovely long spine here, so finding a position for your arms that works for you to help the spine become longer. And here we're going to come into an Avasana pose, or boat pose. So bend both your knees here and bring your hands slightly behind the body onto the mat. And on your inhale here, lift those legs up in front of you with a bend in the knees. So you'll quickly feel the core start to engage here. You can stay here with your hands on the mat if you're quite new to yoga and just want to take it step by step. If you want to bring the arms alongside your legs, then feel free to do so for an Avasana pose. And just hold that for a few breaths. This is a great one for the legs, the core, and also finding balance. Hold this for just a few breaths longer. And exhale, release. Bring your hands behind you. We'll come into a quick upward table here. Keep the knees bent and inhale, lift yourself up. Find an upward table pose. Relax the head back slightly. Exhale, release. And then come lie on your back with the knees bent. Hug your knees into your chest, and again, gently rock from side to side for a moment here as we ease off. It's been quite a strong practice today, but hopefully we've managed to open the solar plexus chakra, release any blockages, and of course improve our body and our mind with our yoga practice. Take any quick stretches that you might feel the need to take here. And then exhale, find Shavasana. And just relax completely. Start to bring your awareness into your breath once more. Feel that gentle rise and fall of your chest. Feel your hands and arms lying alongside the body, palms facing up. Feeling the head rested on the mat. Maybe even on a pillow or something comfortable for you. And bring your awareness again to your solar plexus chakra. Feeling that yellow spinning wheel of energy. Feel it open, connected to the rest of your chakras. And say to yourself the mantra once more. I love, trust, and accept myself. So thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope that you leave this practice feeling more confident, higher self-esteem, and genuinely feeling better overall for your yoga practice. Feel free to stay in this Shavasana for as long as you like. And I'll see you next time. Namaste.